On board, you're Ilana.
And you're Sean.
And together we are the Down Under Cruisers. Welcome aboard, folks.
Good afternoon.
Now, for those who are curious about the couple in the thumbnail, that's my mum and dad. So there you go. Opportunity for you to see who produced moi, perfection. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Self. Okay, Nick, you did it again. 3 hours early.
Nick, hello.
Seriously, it's almost like you've never left.
Has Nick recovered?
I don't know.
From his lovely sojourn down here.
Well, let's find out.
Yes.
I mean, what does he say? He says, I'm finally getting over what nasty crud I caught on the plane home from Australia.
Oh, it wasn't us.
No, it wasn't us. I bet you it was the one from Dallas home. That's what it was. And he's definitely back in the land down under Sunday. Good. Awesome.
Like to see you again.
You miss Australia. Well. Who's there? We've got Dewey. We've got...
G'day, Dewey.
Michael Ann.
G'day.
By the way, Nick, you have the coveted spot. You were number one. What can I say? Joe, mate, how you going? Joe. How's the weather in Dubbo? I hope you're having a nice hot day. We're into single digits at the moment. Yeah, it still feels like frickin' 9 degrees.
G'day, Plumpy. Larry and Ananda, how are you?
Yeah, g'day, Plumpy. How you going, Larry and Ananda? We've got Michael Ann just reminding everybody to put the thumbs up, which is so great. Much. Thank you. I'm just flicking through the g'days because everybody's saying g'day. Oh, Joe is saying g'day to Michael Ann. Congrats with your... win over on Scott's Live. Yes, good on you, Michael Ann. Well done. How did you manage that? I've been waiting for ages to try and do that. Yep, nah. Oh, no. Okay.
Trouble's in the house, I think.
Trouble.
Oh, no.
As long as, yeah. G'day, Ross. How you going, mate?
Ross, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? We've got Danny in the chat. Yo, hey, g'day, Danny.
Saturday midday without Danny being here. Danny.
G'day. Oh, and then there's
Najuma.
Welcome aboard, Najuma. Yeah,
I hope we get to see you next year. We miss you.
Yep. Ross is really upset. He's not seeing erect microphones.
Well, I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, well, we're not going to show him what it looks like, right? Scott! G'day, Scott from Controversial. Mate, your show was good. You had me in stitches. You really did. And I was trying not to laugh so loud that Ilana would...
It's always hilarious.
Yep. Larry is saying that it is 29C where he is.
Wow.
Shut up, Larry. You can give us some.
That's lovely for Canada.
It is.
Very nice.
Bloody cold. Yeah, you're right. It is freaking cold. What is it? Okay, temp in Dubbo. 10.5C feels like 6.6.
Yes. What's it here today?
Well, it's currently sitting on 12 degrees, feels like 9.
Mind you, the sun is shining today.
Yep.
It's not raining at least.
Yep.
Laurie, yes. Good to see you.
G'day, Laurie. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
It's been a couple of weeks.
And Danny. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Danny. Only because she gave one to Ilana, one to me. All right.
And Scott's got one too.
Yes. Yeah, also. I'm just flicking through really quick. Well, g'day, Tassie. G'day, Jonesy. How you doing, buddy?
Tassie.
What's the weather down in Tassie right now? Bernie, you're in Bernie, that's right. What's the weather like in Bernie?
Hot Anzac biscuits right now.
Seriously? There's nothing hot about Anzac biscuits.
There's nothing hot about Tassie right now either.
Ross is saying that he doesn't make trouble. He just points out the obvious. Oh, wait a minute.
Do we have someone here?
Someone's at the door.
Do we?
Yeah, I think we do.
Are they sitting in our basement waiting?
There might be.
Again, I apologise to our guests in the basement. We never have a cake organised. I'm so sorry, all tidied up. So,
okay. Wait a minute. Let's make sure that it was tidy. Well, I hope the basement was tidy for you because
I can tell you I haven't had time.
No, you haven't. No.
Bake a cake for our guests.
G'day, Amy.
Hello,
welcome
Amy.
aboard.
Hi. I'm disappointed. I was expecting cake.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to put the Tim Tams out.
Next time.
But we didn't leave her the coffee.
Promise.
How could she have done a Tim Tam slam without the coffee?
Yes.
Gotta have coffee.
Not even coffee, nothing.
Seriously.
Not even cordial.
Well, for those of you that may or may not know, Amy and her fantastic hubby, guy by the name of Peter. Amy and Peter run a channel called uh, Cruising Crazed Family.
Crazed fam.
There you go. I got it wrong.
Yes,
Cruise Crazed Fam. And they're based in, well, they live in a very fantastic city.
It's a little bit cold right now, but
yeah, it is. It is.
Nick,
tell. Yeah,
Nick, just down the road from us too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just down the road.
Just around the corner and up the road.
Just for those.
Sorry,
American,
Amy. Nick P was just with us in Oz a couple of weeks ago, so he got used to being told that everything was just up the road or around the corner, and it was actually 200 kilometres away.
So, Joe from Dubbo says, "G'day to you, Amy."
Hi, Joe.
And we've got Ryan Donahue in the chat. G'day, Ryan. Welcome aboard, Ryan. Buddy. This is an Australian invasion. Oh, Tassie's hot and lovely 11C. Whoa. Bloody hell, double digits. How they managed to do that?
Oh, thank you, Joe. Joe's giving you a plug there,
Cruise Craze Fam is their channel. They are fellow Aussies who are really awesome.
He's on it like that.
Thanks, He's on Joe. It like a appreciate it.
Good on you, Joe.
Yep. So, Amy, I know Pete's
Danny's
not around.
Danny's dropped the link as well.
Yeah, good on you.
To the channel.
Danny.
She is a legend.
She is real quick. This is the channel, guys. Get into it. Now, Amy, yes. You guys are cruise nuts just like we are.
Yes.
What's Pete up to? Why isn't he with us on the chat?
Peter is on babysitting duties, just making sure the children are behaving. So Ty is just doing his video games, but Alira, she's only 4, so she's a little bit more hard work, that one, just to make sure she's doing what she's supposed to do. Yep.
Yeah.
You've got one new sub on board. Danny just subbed to you guys.
Thanks, Danny.
So can we ask Amy a little bit about how you started in cruising and what was your first cruise and what got you hooked and all sorts of things like that?
Okay, so if we go back to my first cruise, I wasn't actually a passenger. I was crew. Yeah.
In what capacity?
When I was nice and young, I went
You're only 21, aren't you?
Yeah. So it was like, a couple of years ago. Yeah. So when I was 20, I actually went to go work on a cruise ship as a personal trainer. So that was back in 2005 out of Galveston, Texas. So I did a full contract there, and one contract was enough, to be totally honest.
Okay. Yep, name the ship you were on.
Yeah, it was. There wasn't a whole lot of personal training involved in the personal training role. Let's put it that way. It was more selling beauty products and detox capsules, and did get to run classes, so that was cool. But it just was not what I expected. Glad I did it. Don't get me wrong. So I was on Carnival Elation, and I'm glad I did it. But I didn't want to do any more contracts. But I ended up living in the States for 6 years. And moved back here in 2011, I think. And I always said I wanted to go on a cruise as a passenger because it looked like so much fun for all the passengers. So for our honeymoon, I said to Peter, let's go on a cruise. He had this image of it being for old people and being really boring. And
don't they all? Sounds familiar.
Yeah. But I always get my way. So we ended up going on a cruise, and then that's kind of how it started. I mean, we had a big break after that because we ended up having Alira, and then COVID happened and all of that. So since the pandemic, we've done 9 cruises.
Oh, wow.
That's a good number.
Wow. Over this last summer season, we had some really special cruises booked. So we had Virgin. We're so excited that Virgin were coming here, so we did Virgin. And we also saved up a whole lot of money to do Disney as well.
Yeah.
So
you would
that's
have to have saved a whole lot of money for them.
Yeah, that's what started the channel. I was like, we're spending all this money. We've got like I look back on Alira's first cruise and how much she's grown, especially since then. She was barely, she was 2, I think, for her first cruise. And we just see how much she's grown since then. So that's why I started the channel, just more to vlog the family memories.
And
Right.
that's a great way to do things. By the way, I don't know if you're noticing, Amy, I'm just putting up the chat as we go through. And if you check your numbers, I think you'll find that you've already got about 6 up there already.
Oh, look at you people.
So,
Yeah.
Amy, which one was your honeymoon cruise?
We were on the Carnival Spirit.
And where did you go?
So it was a Great Barrier Reef cruise. So we went to Airlie Beach, Cairns, and Port Douglas, and the Willis Island sail by. But yeah, it was an amazing cruise, and we loved it. We went without my son, so it was just the 2 of us. But you know, I was a single mum when I met Peter, so we hadn't had any time, just the 2 of us. So it was an amazing cruise. But now the kids love cruising just as much as we do. So we're just one big cruise obsessed family.
And you know what? That's exciting because there's a couple of people in the chat who've got kids who at 12 are already elite
Like
on
platinum and all
Princess
sorts
or
of
whatever,
things.
you know.
Yeah, that'll be Alira for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it's half the fun.
Yeah, we did our first cruise was our honeymoon cruise. We went on the Golden Princess to New Zealand.
Yeah, the funny thing was
It was a pre-wedding honeymoon
correct.
cruise.
Okay. That's nice.
That
Come
got
back
us-
nice and relaxed for the wedding.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm convinced.
Well, one of the things that happened was we met, as you do. You meet people
And you sit at dinner with strangers.
Yeah, and one of the guys was an American doctor who was just going through a divorce. And so what he had done was he had racked up all the married couples, the newlyweds, the midweds, and the long-time weds. And we were having dinner and chatting about it, and all of them were going, "Oh, you guys are on your honeymoon. So, Ilana, tell me about your dress.
And tell us about your wedding." And and instead of me saying, "Oh, well, actually, it's a pre-wedding honeymoon," I didn't. So I had to make up a story about what our wedding was like, and the women are asking about what I wore, so I had to make up some story about my dress. Otherwise, I just say, be honest, that my story had probably changed throughout because I couldn't remember much.
They're like, these 2 aren't even married. They're just making it up.
I'll never see these people again. So,
Hey, let's get the elephant out of the room. Melbourne Port Station Pier.
Yes.
Yes. Melbourne.
What a day.
The infamous Melbourne Port.
Such a shame.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to tell a little bit about the history.
You can go ahead.
So, I mean, it's a very historical port, and we all appreciate that, and we're not trying to change that. But it's not a well-maintained port.
No.
There is no parking there. There's barely any public transport. For us, it's not easy to get to. We're still trying to work out how we're going to get, because we're going on a cruise with my parents at the end of the year. We're trying to work out how to get 6 of us and our luggage up to the port, because we don't really want to bus and train and tram it from here. So we're trying to work out how to get so many of us there. Like, we might need to, I don't know, maybe a maxi cab. Don't know.
We did. Can I just say, sorry, Amy?
Yeah.
We took Sean's parents on a cruise last March, and we made it a special occasion. And actually, it wasn't that expensive. We hired a local limo service that was highly recommended, and they came in a big Mercedes
Vito van, the huge vans.
And honestly, for the cost, it was
awesome.
Awesome.
Definitely send me the link, because I've considered that. It's obviously we're coming from a little bit further out, but yeah. So even a taxi, where it's not going to be cheap.
Yeah. Joe is saying, unlike overseas passenger terminal in Sydney, there's public transport all around there.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is.
It's really just basically the tram that takes
Yep.
you
At,
down.
at
That's
Station
it,
Pier, the
light, or
tram,
the light
yeah.
rail, I should say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's it's very
yeah, it's not very well maintained. And, they increased the port fees and sprung it all on the cruise companies with no notice, saying that they need fix up their port. But they've been saying that for how long now? And nothing's been fixed
No,
up.
exactly.
And now they've had the opposite effect, and they've driven all the cruise ships away. So now they're
Yeah.
getting nothing from them. Not even Spirit of Tassie leaves from there anymore.
No, it leaves from Geelong, which is rather funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry's asking, Amy, are you in Melbourne? Yes,
Yes,
she's
I am. I'm in the outer suburbs, but yes, Melbourne.
Amy is actually on the same side of Melbourne as we are, just a skip and a jump down the road.
south of the river. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
G'day, Mike and Rihanna.
Yeah, welcome in, guys.
Marjorie, nice to see you.
Now I'm going to ask you this, and I kind of figure I know what your answer is because you've kind of mentioned it to us before. But we have a cruise coming up in November of 25.
Yes.
It is related to our charity. As you know, we're associated, or we created the Helping Hands for Cruising charity.
Yeah.
And well, we're trying to get it with a Australian accreditation here as well. But we've got a huge cruise coming up fairly shortly, and I do have to play a promo for that shortly. But we were wondering whether you guys would like to be the fourth lot of Aussies going on that cruise.
We would love to. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying at this stage we can't commit to that. I did mention to you we are looking at doing a big U.S. trip next year anyway.
Yeah.
But I still have to kind of work out when. I've got some other plans going on in the background for just my personal career that I'm working on. So it depends on that, and it depends on the US trip. It depends on my son's school as well, because he'll be in grade 6. So he'll be getting ready for high school as well. So I've just got a few things there that I have to work out before I can commit to anything like that. But it does sound absolutely amazing, and I would love to be there, and I would if it was that straightforward for me. But unfortunately, at this stage of my life, it's just not.
Understand.
Well, we understand. You've got 5 minutes to change your mind. No, I'm joking. As Jonesy said, that's why the Spirit left Tassie and left Melbourne to go to Geelong. Joe was saying that he hoped to be down in Melbourne again in 25, planning for 2 weeks in May.
Fabulous.
Danny is saying Helping Hands is an amazing charity. Thank you, Danny. Yes, we appreciate that. Larry is saying to Joe or any other Aussies, I'm looking for some Australian black opal, just some small rough pieces. He wants black opal.
Oh.
What a racist. What a racist.
Well, we'll see what we can do, Larry.
Oh, Joe's saying leave it with him.
Oh.
There you go. Go, Joe.
Go, Joe. Yes.
Go, Joe. Yeah, Joe's got plenty of opal hiding in Dubbo.
Yeah, we don't have too much down here.
No, yeah, no.
Well, apart from the tourists go to the city, tourist shops.
Yeah.
Joe is saying it's an amazing charity, Helping Hands for Cruising, making your dream a reality. Thanks,
you.
Mate. G'day, Donna.
G'day,
welcome aboard.
Donna.
Nice to have you here.
And Coco.
Yeah, and Coco. Coco's
Coco.
the lovely dog.
No, sweet.
Tell Donna I said hi, Ross, from Joe. And Joe says he knows some people. Okay, all right, Joe, I'll behave.
I know people. I know people.
Yeah, I'll behave, I promise. Now,
I want to ask Amy, what so far has been your favourite ship?
You know, this one's going to be controversial. There's a lot of opinions on this one, but Carnival Splendor. I love her. She's very quirky. She's very pink.
Mm-hmm.
She's known as the Pink Lady. But I kind of like that about it. But we spent 28 days on that ship last year total.
Wow.
So
Hey,
that
Okay.
yeah.
Mike and Rihanna shared. They're in Canada, and they shared out your your channel
In their
on their
community tab.
community tab. So
Oh,
there we
legend.
go.
Tell me, what did you think about Virgin?
I loved Virgin. We only did a 2-day,
Oh, yeah.
and it went to Bernie and Tassie.
Uh-huh.
Shout out
Oh,
to Tassie.
returns is. Yep.
Yeah. So it was an amazing ship, but we didn't have enough time on it. But we weren't
Mm.
expecting the ship to leave us after one season either. So
No.
because we did a port day, which I would have rather not do a port day because we didn't get off the ship because we only had the one full day on the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we didn't get a Scarlet night, and I'm so
Oh.
heartbroken, so
No.
heartbroken. But it was a beautiful ship. The food was amazing. It's definitely a different cruise line, and you
Mhm.
have to be open-minded to go on that type of cruise line, to be totally honest, because,
Yes.
we watched the drag queens singing and stuff, and I loved that. I love that sort of thing. I'm very open-minded to all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
It's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's why there's different cruise lines. But
Mhm.
for me, I think as a family, I'd definitely say Carnival Splendor's our ship. But Virgin, yeah, definitely. We love that. It's hard to get away without the kids for too long. That's all.
And what was the Disney experience like?
Loved the Disney ship, the Disney Wonder. The condition of the ship was immaculate. So if you can compare that to Pacific Explorer, which is a similar year,
Yeah.
the maintenance on it, I remember going for a walk around the promenade deck and I was looking for rust because I could not find any anywhere. This ship's
Wow.
like 30 years old nearly. And I was amazed. It's a beautiful ship. The entertainment is top notch. I was a bit disappointed by the food, to be completely honest.
Mhm.
It was okay, but it wasn't any higher than, say, Carnival. I found P&O's food to be better than Disney,
Wow.
personally,
Okay.
which, yeah, I was disappointed by because people had talked up the food on Disney, but I just can't get past the price. It ended up, by the time you include gratuities and Alira did the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, it ended up costing us 8 grand for 4 days.
Wow.
It's expensive. Yeah.
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 So for me, I just can't justify that. I'm glad we did it. It was a
Mhm.
bucket list item. We did it. We loved it. But we went away going, yeah, we're probably not doing it again for the foreseeable future because it was so expensive. The food was average. And we were exhausted. There was so much to do, which was great. But yeah, on the go, morning to evening, the waits to see the characters was an hour long. We went to the show the first night and couldn't get a seat. So the next time I was like, we'll get there a half hour early, we'll get a seat. We were still at the back, getting there a half hour early. And so the next time we went 45 minutes early. And it just felt like we spent so much time waiting. And I did feel, no offense to any crew like Disney nuts. Disney nuts are great. I love Disney. But children weren't necessarily prioritized. So some of
Oh,
the
that's
shows and like the deck, there was a pirate night. I'll just give one small example. We were standing behind these adults. I could see a gap and I said to them, "Excuse me, do you mind if my daughter, little 4-year-old, stands there?" And the girl just looks at me and goes, "Well, there's not really any room." And then just turns around and I was just like, "Okay."
Seriously?
Ah,
So stuff like that kind of dampened the experience for me because for me, I think Disney is for the children,
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
and a 4-year-old's not going to block your view. But yeah, so I loved it. Really glad we did it. It was an amazing magical experience, but it was exhausting and it was expensive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Have to mention
That's
this.
interesting.
I brought this up beforehand.
Oh.
Carrie,
Scary. Yeah.
hello, g'day. It's official. I've dropped the kid's inheritance on her 58th trance Pacific,
Wow.
and circumnavigation cruise in October
Fantastic.
to December of 24. Australia, here you come. New Zealand is still a work in progress.
Wow,
I'll tell you
amazing.
what,
That's amazing.
I'll say this honestly, the kids can very well live without it. They can definitely do the trip on their own. It would be way much more fun if they did. So come on down, come visit us and come check us out. I'm going to make this candid statement to anybody across the pond. This is the best country in the world, and you're going to sail into the most exciting and beautiful cruise port in the world. It's the only one that I know that has a coat hanger and a sailing ship on the side.
A nice time of the year too, October.
Exactly.
October, November.
Yep.
December.
Heading into,
Nice.
and I have to say this, JNN,
John,
1226. Welcome aboard, guys.
Watching from work. Good on you, John.
As he usually does. And Larry's got to tell us that it is 7:25 where he is in Powell River in British Columbia.
We have a thing with John and Nancy. We always do a time check.
They'll be doing that sail, by the looks of it, on the Westerdam.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever sailed Holland America? Amy?
Oh, have I? No, I haven't. It's not very high on our priority list, to be totally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were booked on Celebrity, The Edge, for January.
We have a booking for that. Yeah, we're going in April.
Okay.
April's a really good month. Yeah. I just want to say.
Okay, that's many reasons. We're not going on anymore. We've cancelled.
Oh, come join me instead.
Well, we've got our big November trip coming up in 25, so we had to buy a new car too. So
yeah, we're only doing a 3-day. The funny thing is, we're actually flying up to Brisbane. And we're getting on our first Princess cruise.
Yes.
Which ship?
Believe it's Crown Princess.
Crown. You're going to enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going from Brisbane to Sydney. We've got a day in Sydney, and then we're getting on Celebrity Edge for 3 days.
So you're doing a side by side.
Nice.
Yeah. With the children, which is controversial for those cruise lines. So we'll see if I...
Well, you know what? The kids have a load of fun because they've got a kids club.
They've got a kids club.
And I'm bringing the babysitters. Grandma and Grandpa will be with us too. So.
Well, you're going to have fun then, aren't you?
That's the plan.
Party, party, party.
That's the way to do it.
Well, does...
Kids, what kids?
I forgot about them.
The cruise on the Edge, sorry, that's not the Edge. The cruise on the Crown, does that, is that a single, like a 2-nighter or a 3-nighter?
It's only a 2-nighter, yeah. So the only reason we booked that is because we had 3 days on Celebrity Edge, which Peter really wanted to try the Edge, which is understandable. It's a beautiful ship. I've been keen to try it too. Yes. But I was like, if we're going to fly, we may as well make it a bit more worth it. So I was trying to see what other cruises are around that aren't too long, because obviously we work, we've got kids who go to school, stuff like that. So that's where I came across that one, and I went, all right, well, that could work. We just fly up to Brisbane and then fly home from Sydney. And
now, Amy, I got to bring this up, right?
Yeah.
Larry is taking you to task for saying Brisbane and not Brizzy. I mean, seriously, Larry?
It's because I'm a Melburnian. Uh-oh. We lost him. Hey, everyone. Oh, Alira's watching. I'm just going to have to keep the chat going. My husband is in the chat, everybody.
We're back.
Oh, are they coming back? There they are.
It wasn't you.
It was
it wasn't you. It was a finger moves incorrectly, and then it does funny things.
Uh-huh.
So you're right. Anyway, you were saying.
Oh, there's Peter in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat now. Yeah, I was just saying it's because we're Melburnian, so I don't know. I guess maybe we don't understand the Brizzy lingo.
Yeah, well, It is what it is.
Kerry's saying I was on the Crown for 21 days last year.
Yeah,
Ooh.
in Alaska.
Nice.
21 days in Alaska. Gee, that's a long
Lovely.
trip.
Would have been beautiful though.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Mm.
G'day, Pete. How you going, buddy? We know that you're... g'day, Alira. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
Hi,
Do you like this
Alira.
thumbnail? Muffin from Bluey.
Oh, yeah? That's good.
That's dad life for you.
Hey, been there, done that. Larry is saying if we get our airfares down, either going or leaving out of Australia, I can use my free... Shut up, Larry.
Yes, you can.
Free princess cruise.
Yeah, well, his Larry is a TA, a travel agent.
Yes, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And American travel agents, seriously, all they want to throw down your throat is, I can get a cruise for... Yeah, right. Larry, seriously.
That's right.
Couple of people saying g'day to Peter. That's awesome. And Danny, thank you, Danny. You've come to save me. She thought it was Larry's nap time. And then Larry said, you're on the spot.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, what's going on? This is my first live, people.
And you're doing a really great job.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so what got you starting the channel?
Like I said, it was just vlogging the memories. We've always watched cruise vloggers and we enjoy watching them. I'm one of those parents who takes a million photos and videos of the kids anyway. And it was more a bit of encouragement from Peter, but I was like, I'll just put all those videos together and post it up. So at first, my first few videos, if you watch them, you probably won't even see me on it because I was behind the camera. I wasn't really talking to the camera. It was more kind of a collection of memories, but it has evolved. And now I am doing cruise tips and tricks. And I've done a lot about Carnival, a bit about P&O. I've still got some Disney stuff that I'm working on as well. So there's still plenty more coming. But yeah, up until our next cruise in October, I think there's going to be a lot of I might catch up on some of the cruises from when before we were vlogging. So just putting those videos together. They won't be proper vlogs, but they're putting out
keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Jonesy's asking, did you do much when you arrived in Burnie?
Didn't even get off the ship. We went to the gym. I did a dance class, but yeah, didn't even get off the ship because we only had that one day on the ship. That was our only full day on the ship. We wanted to try to do as much on the ship as we could. So we just kind of explored around the ship. We did go to the gym. We're those people. We love going to the gym on the ships. Yeah, did a dance class.
We love going to the gym as well.
Yes, we did.
We walk to it
and through it.
Say we've been on it.
And you film it, and then you walk out.
Correct.
Yes, towards the buffet.
And then we wonder why we're 30 kilos overweight.
No, we felt very righteous on the Golden. We did use the treadmill.
Correct.
And the rowing.
Yes, we did.
And
then we got off and then didn't go back. Joe's saying that at the moment he's thinking of a coach trip to Tasmania. I would tell you, Joe, that you better be careful because I know for a fact that the bus trip under the Bass Strait is really wet.
What do you think, Amy, of P&O Australia? What's happened?
Honestly, I think this is where we get political again. I think this is Australia's doing. The state governments, the cost that it runs or that they charge for the ships to cruise out of the ports. Yep. Not only that, there's a lot of fines. Adrian, the cruise and travel guy, did a great video where he
did.
And he's got his petition.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you signed the petition?
I have, of course, I've signed the petition, but actually I need to put another shout out for that one too, because it is important that us cruises kind of band together, because I feel almost like post-COVID, when Australia was one of the last ones to reopen, and we felt like we were at the mercy of the government. And I kind of feel that way again. Like they're like just trying to be greedy, get as much money as they can from them. And now we've lost a cruise line that's been around for 92 years because they can't afford to run in Australia anymore. So I love Carnival anyway, so I'm glad that they've absorbed it. So we haven't lost it completely, but at the same time, we have lost an Australian icon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I really think that it's time that, we kind of fight back a little bit. And that's why I think it is important that we do sign that petition, and shout out to Adrian for all he's doing and kicking
Correct.
up some dust and
Correct.
causing a bit of a stir and fighting back a little bit, because it's getting ridiculous. The expectations, the limitations. So I don't know if you guys know, but Australians can't work on cruise ships out of Australia either. So
We can, but it's a tax issue.
yeah, so it's a tax issue again.
Yeah.
And then Adrian's trying to get the extension. It's kind of like the restriction they've got in the States, where you have to go to an international port. You can't just do sailing to nowhere. But again, it's just another restriction that's going to limit how many ships we have here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Australians are mad cruisers. I mean, we love cruising. We love travelling, full stop. Aussies. We're known for...
Yeah. Apparently, we've got one of the highest percentage per capita of cruisers. So
correct. Yes.
Although we haven't got like Florida and stuff, but especially working as crew, I've seen how much of an industry they can build off of that, and how much money they can make for the economy. And if they just fixed up some ports, they'd attract more ships, which would help build the economy. And you look at the Victorian state government and how much debt that they're in. Why don't they try to drive the economy with tourism? I don't understand it.
And there's a couple of things I don't understand, is that the electorate doesn't allow for the change. Every time we have an election and they look like they're getting a hiding, they pull it out of the bag. How they do it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Couple of things before we continue with that. Danny has said, and this is for you, you're doing amazing, Amy. Keep it up. If you guys ever do a live on your channel, she'll be there.
Oh, thank you. I will definitely look at that.
Yep. And Joe said, Amy, he got to meet the amazing hosts when he was in Melbourne.
Oh, we love Joe.
Which amazing host is he talking about? Can't be us, seriously.
Joe's a sweetie.
Michael Ann just subscribed to you.
Oh, thank you.
Larry's saying what he would like to see is live feeds and Australian cruising content.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to do that, but without the cruise ships here, how the hell can we do it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's getting harder and harder.
Danny can't wait to watch your channel. Ross is saying, Joe, also not to mention all the bogans in Tassie. Australia has a town specifically for bogans. It's called Bougainvillea.
Are you just making that up?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Isn't that up in New Guinea?
It is.
Bougainville. That's the flower hunt, Bougainville. Sorry. Well, don't get eaten by a Komodo dragon. No, you won't. Just don't get bitten by one.
Yeah, Kerry's saying just booked an excursion to Komodo Island on the way over. Crikey. Hope I don't get eaten. No, well, only if you land in the middle of the way of the crocs will you get eaten. Yep. You Australians are like a very strict Canada. No.
Yeah. Oh, I'd agree.
No, you can't call us Canada. We're at least warmer than you guys. Seriously.
Can I say we are very overregulated over here. There's just endless.
It is we've got to be the most regulated country in the world. Seriously. Yeah. Jonesy is saying, yes, Joe, those coach trips give you a quick look around for your longer adventure in Tassie. there's more coming, I bet you.
We may be getting to Tassie
Yeah, we
soon.
might.
Hey?
Yep. Joe, your story this morning on Eddie's was cool. I didn't see it, but anyway, yep, that's cool. Canada, Australia are kindred spirits. Yes, we are.
I agree.
The only reason why we're kindred is because of that far king we've got.
It's the king who lives far
Yeah,
away.
that's right. Would you agree, Amy? We don't have a king that's close.
We don't,
No.
but I've got a lot of Canadian friends, and I do find they're pretty similar mentality to us, and
Yes.
we've got a lot in common with them. So,
Yep.
Yes.
G'day, Daniel. How you going? Welcome
G'day,
aboard.
Daniel.
We're talking with Amy from Crazed. Yeah, Crazed fam. I got to get it
we'll
right.
get it right one day.
Yeah, I know. You know that I am actually dyslexic. We've
He's
got.
just, Amy, just understand he's useless at any names, full stop.
Yep.
So don't mind him.
Okay, that's right. He's remembered Amy at least.
At least, yes.
Well, it's only got 3 letters.
Screen, so I'm
I try to keep it simple for you.
It's highly embarrassing, I can tell you.
You should try doing that.
He's having training.
Yeah.
He's in a course for hours, and he's calling them totally different names. There's like 2 people in the class, occasionally.
Yeah.
And he can't even remember 2 names after 6 hours. It's like,
maybe
oh
you
my
should
God.
just not use names.
I don't. More often.
Yeah,
more
that's
often
right.
than not. More often than not, I don't use names at all. I just go, "Can you do?"
Well, maybe if you use names, you'd remember.
It's safer, to be totally honest, if you don't use their names.
I have to encourage him to put stickers on them.
Kerry says some of the best people that they've met on a cruise ship are Aussies, and they cruise a lot. So, truth of the matter is,
Kerry cruises a lot.
That's what I'm saying, but I can't say he or she because I don't know if they're male or female.
We do know.
So I use the they instead. Seriously. Here I am trying to be politically correct, and you're being pedantic.
I am being pedantic.
Yeah, okay.
As per usual.
I love you, honey.
Yes.
Larry is going, is it a bad thing to say go All Blacks? Yes, Larry. In fact,
only if you're, no, if you're New Zealand, if you're Kiwi, that's fine.
You're doing it again. Well, we do class New Zealand as our 8th state, don't
yes,
we?
We do. Honorary
cousins.
Okay, I'll go with cousins. Yep. All right. So, geez, 40 in the. That's all the chat. There are a lot of people with questions, and I'm just flicking up as we go through. Anyway. It's coming through. I've got to actually do this.
Oh, it took time to get the money box ready to feed coins in the machine.
Yeah, we've got to. All right, now,
okay.
Just as a matter of interest, Amy, what do you guys do to pay for the cruises?
Oh.
So I work full time. I am a gym manager.
Yep.
And my husband is a landscaper. So he's working, sometimes 5, sometimes 7 days a week. So we both work extremely hard to fund this addiction that we've got.
Yep. We all understand that. The addiction is huge.
We don't go out though. We don't do much. So this is our thing, and because we do work so hard, that's what makes our cruising time even more special. That we get that time together.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Those coins going on in the background.
Okay.
This video that I've got to put up right now it's hellishingly expensive. You'll understand why in a minute.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Where we go.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
That is going to be
fabulous.
a huge cruise.
I have some serious FOMO now.
The merrier. Well, there you go.
There
Something
you go.
to think about.
Crime doesn't pay. What can I say?
More the merrier.
We'll see what I can do.
Rock and roll going.
I did something and I got to try. Oh, there we go. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. I was doing something. I sent a message, and then it decided that chats would be. Yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you've got to have some. Look, here's the thing: you won't catch me in that slide. You know, the drop slide.
Why not?
Because I'll get stuck.
Apparently a lot of people get stuck in that slide.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want to be the one who does, though. Yep. That would be really embarrassing.
Now,
anyway, for the rest of us.
Ross is saying, then there are dang Americans who drive on the wrong side of the road, use imperial measurements, and think Foster's is that. Oh my God, that's swear word.
Oh dear. We don't use that F word here. Thanks.
That is, Joe. Put Ross out of here for the next 25 years. Seriously.
Do you call everyone mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Everybody's mate. Okay, quick question. Top of the head, without a thought, your bucket list cruise.
Oh, God. Without a thought. See, already I'm like, my brain's all over the place. No, I think the top of my list, it's the children that interfere with what we want to do.
Yeah, I know.
We definitely want to do a Mediterranean or Europe type cruise where we get to go to all of the key ports over there. But I would definitely want to look at all of the history and all of that. And that's all the stuff the kids would have zero interest in. So we've kind of resided to the fact that that's not going to be happening for the foreseeable future. But one day it will happen. So right now we're just happy with our little South Pacific cruises and 3-day cruises that we can get here and there.
Yeah, you're lucky you can get 3-day cruises. We struggle to actually get the time out to do it.
Hey, I offered you one.
Yeah, I
Have you
know.
looked
I'm
at
showing it to Ilana right now.
Looks tempting.
Yeah, well, you
We've
should
been,
do it.
yeah. Well, we work sometimes 7 days a week. It's really
I
difficult for us to get
Are
away.
you,
understand that, but
is it a group one?
it's not a group cruise. It's just more, hey,
Just
we'll
coming.
be there if you want to come. Because the reason we booked that one is because I'd been eyeing off the 80s cruises, but then as soon as we heard P&O were folding,
Yep.
or sorry, being absorbed, I was like, we're losing all our ships here. So we're
Yep.
like, let's squeeze in a couple of little cruises here and there before the
Yep.
Explorer gets scrapped and we lose our ships. So
Yep.
we've got that one on Explorer in November. So it's November 15 to 18. It's an 80s cruise.
I'm just going to look at
And
what day of the week that is. What days that is? Do you know
I
what days of the week, Amy?
think it was a Friday off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
might investigate.
look at it.
Is it Friday?
I could be wrong.
Friday to Sunday?
Yep. Who's booking
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Who's your
Friday.
TA?
I just booked it myself, to be totally honest.
Okay. Oh,
We'll have a go. We'll have a look.
we'll have a look.
But yeah, so that one we're doing, and then we're doing one just after Christmas, but that's with my parents. We're buying them a cruise to say thank you for helping us with the kids, because Alira's off to school next year, but my mum looks after our kids while we work, so it's our way of saying thank you to them. So we've got a couple more on the Explorer before she leaves.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Well, we'll certainly investigate that. If it's a Friday to Sunday, that would be promising.
Yeah, I will be there.
It's Melbourne, so that'd be good.
We need a break.
Exactly.
We need
good.
a
And we
break.
love the 80s.
Who doesn't?
Best music, best Aussie music, 80s.
Yeah, I think it'll be an awesome cruise. It'll be a lot of fun.
Is it the Explorer? No, it's the what was the Golden?
That was the Adventurer. I think.
Yeah.
The Explorer is.
I'm going on Pacific Adventure on Adrian's cruise in Feb.
Yeah, that was our first cruise.
That was the old Golden, I think.
The old Golden.
Or the other way around. We can't. Yeah, Adventure. Anyway. Okay.
So.
I'm going to write that down.
So. Your Mediterranean is your bucket list. Let me ask you: cruise ship or river cruise?
Both. I think I would start with a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get a taste of all of those ports there. But yeah, definitely want to do a European river cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see all the castles in Germany and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot I want to see, but I get bored really, really quickly and really easy. So I'm a little bit worried that a river cruise might. I know they're very port heavy, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't sit still. When you cruise with me, you'll learn.
Hey, we're not a lot different, to be honest. As far as we're concerned, if things are not going our way, we'll just head back to the room and have a snooze, or we don't go to the casino.
See, I can't even nap on ships. It's terrible. No? My 40th birthday cruise, I reckon I had 12 hours sleep in the entire 4-day cruise.
The most of it.
Okay, rude question. Did you have the drinks package?
No.
Not worth it.
So
not worth it.
Even the 40th birthday cruise, which was a party cruise, I had a few cocktails in the evening over dinner and stuff. But as soon as I hit that dance floor, I did not leave the dance floor for hours. I lost weight on that cruise. So I love dancing. That's my thing. And yeah, you might see that on some of my videos. I love dancing and I'm always on the dance floor and you can't get me off.
And so you should dance. You should have fun.
We love to dance too.
Yeah. Yeah. Only problem is when I dance, I do karate moves.
It doesn't matter, but you're moving.
I'll fight you back.
Come on down. I'll take you on.
Hey,
Happy.
second Dan black belt.
I kept getting close to black belt, but I kept doing ACLs right before my black belt gradings.
Uh,
Done 4 ACLs.
Peter's decided that he wants Greek islands in Virgin.
Okay. See ya. No, I'm joking. No, I'll go with it for sure. Just got to wait a few years on that one.
G'day, Mike.
G'day, Mike and
Welcome
Betsy.
aboard. Nice to have you guys here. We're talking with Amy from Crazed Fam, another good
Right.
Aussie group who enjoy cruising down under. So when are you guys getting on the freaking boat and coming down? So, so Virgin Cruises. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We tried to do the dinner down here. We tried to get onto that.
Oh, I thought I tried. Yeah.
I got straight on and it was just booked out. Like
Really?
That. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
As soon as yep.
So I actually had availability, but I had work.
Yeah.
I work till 7 o'clock at night most nights. So
Right.
yeah.
Larry, you mentioned that. Yes, seriously, Larry, you mentioned that dirty, disgusting beer that tastes like cat urine. Putting you on notice. And it is.
Wow.
You know, the F1.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
Doesn't give you any choices. Well, your cruise is up, you said, October.
So we've got back-to-back on Splendor in October.
Yep.
And then we've got November on the Explorer. We've got December on the Explorer.
Yep.
We've got Feb on the Pacific Adventure before she changes over to Carnival.
Yep.
And then in April, we've got the Princess and Celebrity. So there's a large range of different cruises there.
A lot happening. It's nice.
Heaps.
Yeah.
And I hope that those two, the Adventure and the Explorers, Adventure and what's the other one?
Encounter.
The Encounter. Yeah, the Adventure and the Encounter stay down under.
I think they will.
They don't traverse.
I don't know how they're going to go being Carnival because they're not changing anything. Yeah. So I don't know how they're going to be considered Carnival ships because I imagine the U.S. cruisers coming down here, going on those ships, expecting it to be Carnival, expecting Guy's Burger, expecting free pizza, the Blue Iguana Cantina.
Yeah.
And they are so far from that.
Yeah.
And then even the Edge is extra. And that's a lot more expensive. So and there's no free ice cream. So I don't know if that's going to change, but they're just so different.
Yeah.
To Carnival. I don't know how they're going to do that. I think eventually they're going to have to transition them over to the Carnival Fun 2.0 eventually.
Yep.
Yes, it's going to be really interesting to see.
G'day, Ronnie. Woo! Welcome aboard. Nice to have you
Ronnie,
here. I hope
Miss
Miss Elma are good.
Hey, Joe. Joe's.
I was going to ask you a question, and that was, when they did when the Costa ships were brought across, and they did the kind of conversion.
Carnival, yeah.
Yeah. And now I look at the two Princess cruises that when they changed them over from Princess to P&O, they did quite extensive changes.
Yeah.
But that cosmetic changes.
The issue is the Encounter and Adventure were only just done in 2022.
Yep.
So it's only 2 years ago. So they're not going to want to spend all the money to change them now. I think if anything, we'll see it when it goes into dry dock, say 2026, 2027, around then. That's when I think we'll see changes, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot from then. So I think it's literally just Carnival taking over the ships, but they're not changing the ships, if that makes sense. But even Luminosa that we have here, it's not that Carnival. Like it hasn't got any of the water slides. The top decks there's nothing up there.
It's still Costa.
It's still very much Costa. There's definitely the carnival entertainment, and I still loved it. I still had a great time. It is a Spirit class ship, so the ship itself on the inside was quite familiar to me,
Yeah.
but it when you go up to the top decks and just wander around, it doesn't feel like carnival at all.
Need to just do a couple of things quickly. Mike and Betsy, tell us when you're actually here.
Yes, they are coming.
Because you guys, if you guys come on into Sydney, we'll see what we can do. We're actually going to be in Sydney for some of the time, but let us know when you're coming in. Joe is going to head off. See you, mate. Thanks for popping
Joe.
in.
Nice to see you.
And Ronnie is saying g'day. I'm just going through real quick. Okay, so we're basically up to scratch.
Right, we've come to the end of our hour.
Yeah, we have. Folks, I want to say to Amy, thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Amy, stick around for a couple of minutes afterwards, but I just want to say to the people, thank you for popping in. Folks, we've got a few commitments that we need to do right now. But having said that, it's been a pleasure with Amy. We're trying to do some more Australian content for you guys. Please come on board, check us out. Amy, when's your next show coming up?
Next show?
Yeah, when are you doing your next video?
I try to get one out every weekend. It's not always possible with mum life and just life and full-time work. I am going to try to get one out this weekend. Don't know if I will, but I try to get one out every weekend. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And Peter, you need to get your hands into this thing. You decided it. You planned it. So you need to do some freaking work on it.
Being told.
Yep, absolutely. Folks, catch you later. Have a great week, and we'll catch you all. Take care. Bye.